Hello lovely people, my name is Roelle. I'm a health and nutrition coach and a diabetes practitioner, and I post these videos to help motivate you to be as healthy as you can be. And today I would like to talk about how you can get some quick results when it comes to blood glucose reduction and weight loss, which by the way go very much hand in hand, as you may or may not know already. And there is no need to do things very quickly if that doesn't suit you. I think it's really important that if you want to make some changes and you want to get some results, then you need to do it in a way that suits you. Otherwise, it's not going to be sustainable. So if you're much more attracted to the idea of doing it small steps at a time to get where you want to be, that's absolutely fine. And actually for most people that would be a better way of doing it, because they find it easier to stick with something if they gradually introduce themselves to it and don't put up too much restriction to start with. You know, if you're going to make it really hard to start with, that might put you off. You might be able to do it for a short while, but then you might not be able to sustain it. So there can be some reasons why you might want to get some quick results, and it could be something shallow, like you've got an event, a wedding or a holiday, and you just want to look good and you want to lose some weight. Nothing wrong with that. I would never judge anyone for their reasoning, you know, why they want to reduce their blood glucose or lose weight or improve their digestive system. If it's important to you, it's important, and it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. So if for whatever reason you want a quick result, then I have some tips for you. And I think what I will say is make sure that eventually you find a way that, of course, you can sustain for a little bit longer if you want to maintain the results. It's no good you sort of yo-yo dieting and get a result and then the weight goes up again and then it goes down again. That's actually really bad for your health. So yes, it's fine to get that exciting kickstart where you're going to get a lot of results, and then maybe that can spur you on to keep going as well. Some people just need that initial result to keep them going, and that's what I want to talk about. So now you could, of course, starve yourself, and I wouldn't suggest that. I think it's a really unhealthy way to lose weight, but unfortunately is a very common way, and it's actually nearly sort of what we're advised by mainstream healthcare is to, you know, eat less, move more. And it's actually not the most healthy or most sustainable way to lose weight and reduce your blood glucose levels. In fact, if you're going to start calorie counting, then the risk is actually that you're going to eat more carbohydrates, because carbohydrates have fewer calories per gram. So you might end up avoiding fat and eating carbohydrates instead, which will mess up your blood glucose levels, and that will increase your insulin levels. And insulin is a hormone that has many functions, and one of them is to help your cells to take glucose from your blood. So that's great, because you don't want that glucose to stay in your blood. You want it to go into the cells where the cells use it to make energy. But glucose is also your fat storage hormone. So the more, insulin is also your fat storage hormone. So the more insulin you have in your system, the more fat you store. And as a double whammy, it's also, it inhibits fat burning. So if you have a lot of insulin in your system, you burn less fat and you store more fat. So it goes without saying that if you want to burn more fat, lose weight, and reduce your blood glucose levels, I told you it goes hand in hand, then you want to make sure that your blood glucose levels stay low. How do you do that? You reduce your carbohydrate intake, and that is super important, and that is also the quickest way to lose weight. And funny enough, if you, and again, it's not a coincidence, if you start eating just real food, and even if you could only do that for a few weeks, you'll get really, really good results. And the more strict you are with that, the bigger the results. So for anybody, it's healthy to eat real food. And this is something where I suggest you get yourself to in one way or another, whether you do that slowly or fast. But if you are strong-willed enough to go straight to a very strict real diet where the only thing you eat is meat, fish, eggs, vegetables, nuts and seeds, and fruit. I hope I mentioned vegetables, I think I did. Anything that Mother Nature provides, then you're going to get amazing results. So that's going to leave out all the grain-based products, that's going to leave out all the processed food, and your body needs to be fed real food and not be distracted by processed food to do what it needs to do. And your body will not get involved in fat burning. For example, your liver will not get involved in fat burning if it has to process a lot of junk and toxins. So it's much better to make sure that your body gets a chance to work properly, to produce all the hormones that it needs to produce, because nearly all your bodily functions are regulated with hormones. And if you don't eat real food, your hormone production will be out of whack, and then your body can't function optimally, and you're not gonna have a healthy weight. So yeah, that would be my tip. And if you then really want to accelerate it, you can combine that with a bit of intermittent fasting. So if you do that combination of just eating meat, fish, eggs, vegetables, nuts and seeds, and fruit, then you're going to see quick results. And if you combine that with intermittent fasting, then it's going to accelerate that. That will increase your insulin sensitivity, so it makes your cells even better at picking up that glucose from the blood. Now, if you're coming off a diet that's very high in junk food and sugar and refined carbohydrates, i.e. that's the same thing, that is junk food, then it might be a bit of a challenge to go straight into intermittent fasting. But I don't think there's any harm in doing it if you don't sort of go on a sort of 24 fast straight away. But you could start by having a 12-hour period where you don't eat, and that's very doable. I think you get better results if you can have a minimum of 14 hours fasting, where you can have your evening meal at 6 p.m. and then you can have your breakfast at 10 a.m. the next day, and I think that's very doable, and that already be classed as intermittent fasting. And then if you get good at that, you can maybe extend that a little bit so your eating time frame gets even shorter. So it's super simple, and I do like to keep it super simple. It's just eat real food, see if you can do that for a couple of weeks, and throw in the intermittent fasting. Make sure you drink plenty of water, because if you're dehydrated, it's really difficult for your body to burn fat. And then if you want to enhance it, of course, yeah, you can do exercise as well. Exercise in itself is not the best, most effective weight loss method, but it will definitely enhance your weight loss. So obviously, if you can chuck that in the mix, then chuck that in as well, same as good sleep and stress management. But I think if you would just focus on eating real food and the intermittent fasting, then you're going to get amazing results, and it will be good for your health. I mean, obviously you could also go on some batshit crazy diet, like, I don't know, I can remember when I was in my 20s, what was popular was this lemon juice diet. Anyone remember that? Where you would only for, I don't know, 1 week, 10 days, I forgot how long for, you would have only water with lemon juice, a pinch of cayenne pepper and some maple syrup. Don't ask me why. Would you lose weight? Yeah, because you wouldn't be eating, of course, you'd be losing a lot of weight. But you would also feel shit, and it wouldn't be healthy and definitely not sustainable. And also all that lemon juice would strip the enamel of your teeth. So yes, of course, there are many, many ways in which you can lose weight, but I always prefer to choose the one that is healthy as well as effective. If you need any more help with any of this, please feel free to contact me for a chat. And If you would like some suggestions on why your diet may not be working for you, I will leave a link down below where you can download a little bit of a, what's it, like they call it, a cheat sheet or a PDF with some potential reasons why you may not get the results that you would like. And don't forget to set yourself a little goal for this week. Every week, set yourself one little goal that you're going to do for 1 week to help yourself to be how you want to be. And that will always keep you on track. You'll always have your finger on the pulse, and you'll always be reviewing a little bit, because if you set yourself that goal once a week, you have to think about what that may have to be. So you're going to reflect a little bit on how you're doing, and you definitely won't be sticking your head in the sand for weeks at a time. And I think that's especially important now in the holiday season. I do feel sometimes that in the holiday season, people are a little bit like they are at Christmas time, when it's like anything goes. It's Christmas, and it's the same goes for some people in holiday time. So, oh, now it's holiday, so forget it. I'll start again in September. But you can do a lot of damage in the holiday period. And I think the risk is as well, if you don't set yourself strict intentions on when you're going to get back on it again, that that period where you let your hair down might extend much longer than you intended, and then you're gonna do a lot of damage, and then it's really disheartening, because then it's really difficult to claw that back, and you might then hesitate to do so because it seems so hard. So it's much better to, yeah, of course, go and enjoy yourself, go on holiday, hit the buffet, but when you come back, have a plan on how you're going to get back into it, and don't then sort of keep pushing that forward by, saying, oh, well, let's wait till the kids go back to school, or until I'm back at work, or whatever whatever you might be thinking. Just do it straight away, and then there's no problem with letting your hair down once in a while. Right, think about your little goal, and if you want to share, feel free to put it in the comments. If you need any help with your goal setting, let me know. Actually, I have planned another webinar. I do these free webinars, 1 hour via Zoom, and I'll leave the link down below to register. If I can remember when I'm doing it, that would be amazing. I have a feeling that it's Thursday, the 15th of August, 8 p.m. But I will confirm that underneath this video, and feel free to register, and I hope to see you there. And have a wonderful rest of the day, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Love you lots. Bye.